Work hard, save your money, buy a house, retire with security. That's what our parents told us. That was the financial gospel for decades. But here's the truth. That advice was written for a world that simply doesn't exist anymore. Back then, it worked. Today, if you follow it step by step, you don't end up with safety. You end up broke, burned out, and wondering why life feels so unfair. The world has changed. The rules have changed. Let's rewind for a moment. Picture the world from the 1950s through the early 2000s. Back then, the system made sense. A college degree practically guaranteed you a solid career. Housing was affordable. The average home cost about 3 times a worker's annual salary. Companies offered pensions, healthcare, and 30-year careers. Inflation was tame, and remarkably, one income was often enough to support an entire family. That was the old playbook. It was simple. Work hard, stay loyal to your company, buy a home, retire with a pension. For your parents, it worked beautifully. But that world is gone. Now fast forward to today, the numbers tell a completely different story. Student debt in the United States has skyrocketed past $1.7 trillion. Housing prices have risen 3 to 5 times faster than wages. Pensions? Almost extinct. You're on your own with a 401k and IRA, or nothing at all. And job security? Layoffs happen overnight, even at companies that once looked bulletproof. Here's the reality check. Saving alone won't make you wealthy. Inflation quietly eats away at your money. One job won't keep you safe. The moment a company decides to cut costs, your loyalty won't protect you. And buying a house? It isn't always the symbol of freedom it once was. For many, it's decades of debt and financial pressure. This isn't negativity. It's truth. The game has changed. The rules have expired. If you try to live by the old advice, you'll keep wondering why you're working harder than ever but falling further behind. So what does work now? Here's the new playbook for wealth and freedom today. Build high-value skills. Tech, design, sales, digital marketing, AI, writing. The market pays for skills, not for degrees on the wall. Step 2. Create multiple income streams. Freelancing, side hustles, digital products, investing. Don't let one paycheck control your entire life. Invest early, invest consistently. Even $100 a month compounds into tens of thousands over time. The secret isn't timing the market, it's time in the market. Use AI, automation, and content distribution. The internet has lowered the barriers to entry, but only for those who know how to use it. And step 5. Flexibility over false security. Renting isn't failure. Building systems beats clinging to a job title. Adaptability matters more than pretending anything today is safe. Let me give you 2 examples. John graduated with $50,000 in debt. He followed the old playbook, got a 9-to-5, worked hard, saved diligently. But a decade later, he was still stuck. His savings barely grew, inflation crushed his progress, and his debt never seemed to shrink. Now meet Sarah. She skipped grad school. She learned coding and freelancing. Within 5 years, she had multiple clients, digital products, and investments. Today, she earns from several streams of income. Same world, different playbook, completely different results. So the next time someone tells you, just save your money or find a safe job, remember, that advice was written for yesterday. The winners today aren't the ones waiting for security. They're the ones building adaptability, freedom, and wealth systems. If this message opened your eyes, subscribe. Because here, we don't recycle old advice. We write new playbooks for a new world.